play one of those 1-3-1 styles of comp. But again, a lot of both compositions have strong scaling carries in the form of Aurelion Sol and Varus. I wonder if Upset will go as a staple consistency to the roster, simply because he is typically well known as a shot caller. Flash
going in. Looks for the pulverize. Upset getting chased out here as well as Kazi is on the offensive. Upset down to 200 HP. Only has the cleanse and has to invest the flash, and that's what we're talking about. Burn these summoners early. Kazi and Niski so far ahead. Mickey flashes away, stops the reset from Upset. 5 stacks after acquiring it through skilling it up. You get an upgraded version of it as Niski goes in once again onto Upset. He's got the cleanse. Trample will get the stun. There's the cleanse away. Now the bailout as well for Upset. And Niski's bitten off more than he can chew. Upset. Oh, he doesn't see it because of the control ward. Niski with the perfect positioning to stay out of vision there. Mickey getting chased down as well. The shield won't be enough. Kazi and Niski find a double in the 2v2. Chayak has to flash away from the mid lane as Razork was coming in with Ishtal's impact.
I was not expecting Kazi and Niski to get the better of Upset and Mickey. Avoid losing his life, and Kazi to pick up another.
Huge from the Vitality bot lane. Needlework coming out from Oscar, and Knuckle's going to have to flash away. And just to emphasize, like, oh, Oscar with a good flash away from the wall. Knuckle is going to go into mini form, but snip goes Oscar in. Lince is now coming across. Doesn't have the flash, but Oscar doesn't have a flash of his own either. He's just going to get chased out. In the end, it's a solo bolo for the Gnar in the top lane.
Anticipate where he's looking to make gank tap.
Yeah, just to stress that vision control as well. You saw how Humanoid actually going in for the fight. They get the Ishtal's impact back onto Shayak. Doesn't have the flash. And Shayak will be felled. Mickey takes the kill. But I was going to say, Shayak shouldn't die. He's trying to come in from the side as well, but Niski is shadowing. Upset's on his way across, but Kazi's already here as well. Linces is going to be chunked out just a little bit. Knuckle trying to catch that wave. They go in onto Mickey. TP coming out from Humanoid, counter TP as well from Shayak, but he's going to be in the middle of Fnatic. Hostile takeover takes him away for the moment. Knuckle trying to build up that Mega Gnar, and Shayak's on the chase. Ishtal's impact knocks Linces into the wall. Oscar is going to get a kill, but he will see Mickey fall in front of his face. Jungler for support so far. It's a breath of light from Humanoid, keeps people at bay. The wallop from Knuckle has the Gnar here as well. Will lock Razork against the wall, and the Ishtal's impact will have no impact at all. Both the junglers fall alongside Mickey. A big team. No teleports available for Fnatic. Humanoids was burnt in the last play. No wave here yet for Vitality, but they might just go for the dive with a single minion here alongside them. They get it. Lince's handshake back. He's not going to tank any more tower shots. Must have been just out of range as that final shot come in, but this should be. And the storm is called Arcane Storm.
It's the Chaos Storm.
Chaos Storm, yeah. It's no longer chaotic, but perhaps Niski being in this position is a little bit chaotic for Vitality. He's going to pop his ultimate, that Unbreakable Will, and walk his way out. Meanwhile, Knuckle gets the wall up into the Gnar against the wall. The needle works from Oscar in. He did a bit of damage, but there's no tower here to protect him anymore. The second set of needle works won't be enough. Oscar in knocked into the wall by Niski, knocked up by him as well, and then stunned. Linces takes the kill. Meanwhile, Razor's looking for something in the mid lane. We'll get that Ishtal's impact back. Upset eats the Arcane Storm, needs to hit the piercing arrow. Shayak flashes it to get himself to safety. Shoved in, they're placing this deep vision and then allowing that side of the map to step up. Kazi knows he's relatively safe here because anyone who's coming at him is coming through the lane. Oscar in here, trying to snip through Knuckle, still gets wallop. Knuckle throws a house into him and slams him against the turret. Now needs to dodge to the side. The needlework healing off Oscar in an absolute delight. Upset's on his way across. Knuckle trying to flash over him, but Oscar in will secure the
80 carries.
And then something they complain. Ooh, Linces looking for Oscar in, trying to make this a 2v1. It will be for the moment. Nature's Grass coming out as well as Razork has the flank of the TP's coming out from Human. A counter TP invested by Shayak. Vitality beginning to collapse. Niski's going all the way around here. Linces flashing forward for Razork. They'll gnar him into the wall, and he's locked up, stunned up, and taken out. Niski gets the knock up onto Oscar in, and looking for that pulverize as well into the trample for the CC follow-up. Shayak coming across to try and get the damage down onto Oscar, who threw the hallowed mist. Can't send a prayer up to survive. Knuckle gets the kill, 2-0 for Vitality.
A fantastic collapse comes through from Vitality as what seems
right
to be
now. Oscarinin going to get chased out by Nucko. Lince starting up the Drake. Razork on that front line. Astral Flight in by Humanoid. Here it comes. The skies descend. And although Jayak will fall first, Humanoid falls second. Nucko with a Narm into the wall, and Kazi begins to open up. Mickey getting chased down towards the bottom side. A good flash pulverize from Niski to make sure that Oscarinin can't kill off his AD carry. And Kazi survives through it all. Vitality, they keep 4 alive. They only lose 1. They take 2 out from Fnatic. It's like 5 seconds away as well at the end. Vitality seem the much more coordinated team overall as they look for the engage. Hostile takeover coming out. Kazi solo. TP coming out from Oscarinin. He looks for the chase, goes in with a needlework, and he will snip Kazi down. Nucko coming in from the side. The Impale just short. The Gnar back only catches Oscarinin. And onto Razork. Oscarinin falls. Mickey falling low as well. Razork's on the backline now, and Shayak has to flash away. Arcane Storm doesn't chase Mickey down. The Leandri's tick won't be enough to kill him off. 31 HP. More than enough for the Renata. The re-engage, though, from Fnatic, they're going to look for a little bit more. Ishtal's impact. Razork going onto that front line. Shayak having to flash away. Upset chases him down. And Linces is next up. Burned by the breath of life. Upset takes the kill, and Fnatic now with 4 players still alive somehow will turn their eyes to the Baron.
And just like that, Vitality.
Talk about the 400 CS Sivir power spike so often. I think that's been accelerated quite a bit recently. As Ishtal's impact perfectly played from Razork, and he finds the double impale. Into the skies descend. Kazi knocked up, has the flash. Just about getting to safety. Niski won't have that same luxury. Kazi's going to be chased down by Oscarinin. Snip, snip, it's time for your haircut, Kazi, as he dodges towards the top. Razork takes him out. A good handshake as well from Mickey. Shayak and Linces have to flash away. Oscarinin will dash out of the tower range. The piercing arrow not connecting from Upset, but Kazi and Niski caught it. It really is. Baron up in 6 seconds time. That's why Fnatic are hugging the top side of the mid lane. It looks like it's going to be a 5v5 as once again Kazi almost caught unawares. The hostile takeover coming out. A 3-man impale, and Oscar's here to sink in the needles. The combination from Fnatic, they just get onto the backline. A single spell shield, not enough. But
Renata ultimate opens up the pathway for them, and then Oscar and Razork set their sights on Kazi, and with him gone, there's nothing left for Vitality to rely on.
And they just do not have the damage. Shayak yet
like Fnatic, it doesn't matter how far ahead you get. If you don't keep the momentum going, the moment you make a mistake, you get punished for it. Lince is now very deep, looking for a flank play.
I think he was spotted out by a Farsight alteration as he went behind into the alcove. Alcove Gaming, not even once, chaps, not even once. Niski caught out as well by Oscarinin. Nucko's going to gnar Oscar into the wall. Kazi begins to open up, and you can see how quickly people fall in front of him. But Kazi falls equally as fast. Niski trying to get onto that backline, but he doesn't really have the follow-up. Nucko trying to do everything he can. Upset with the cleanse and the Mikhails to get himself to safety. Razork now having to deal with Shayak. Bail out onto Upsets. Enough to bring him back to life. Shayak running for the hills. Tries to kill off Mickey, or tries to do a little bit of damage at least. Gravity Well going down the tower, following it. Good damage with the Hextech raise, but Upset finds his mark. William Tell in the flesh, it seems, is Upset 9-1-7 now on this Varus.
A chaotic fight.
Didn't burn those summoners to get in.
They're still strong enough, though, with the Maokai ultimate gone. I don't think Fnatic really have a lot they need to be scared of. They're going to set their sights on the next inhibitor. Oscar still with the ulti and flash available.
Niski trying to burn stuff here. Linces is going to look for the flash. Niski's going to get slammed into that wall with the Ishtal's impact. Flash with the advance onto Humanoid, but again the Mikhails from Mickey just in time. Niski surviving. Kazi's going to pick up Oscarinin. This is getting chased down by this Aurelian Soul. Mickey falling low though as Linces is eventually felled. He goes Timber. Razork in again. The skies descend and the shockwave rings through Vitality. Nucko tried to kill off Humanoid, but he could not get close enough.
Penta denied. As Upset secures that kill. Kazi, the last man standing. Does he have the wave clear?
I think the answer's going to be possibly if he finds 3! Humanoid almost dies to the tower. How long on the rest of Vitality? Well, Kazi did everything he could, but 3 is not enough. He needed to play Jhin, he needed to find 4. Because I think with 15 seconds left on Linces and the same on Niski, Humanoid should be able to claim game 1 for Fnatic. Maybe?
And Linces
No,
is
he's
alive
gonna
in
back
3
away.
seconds. This is very slow.
Can Linces clear the wave in time is the question. TP comes out. There's no way.
Humanoid's got to run.
Yeah, Oscar's just going to TP in, pop down the Hallowed Mist, and then snip, snip, flashes, snip, done, 50G. All Oscar, well played Fnatic. What a comeback.
I love how in the alt chat at the end, Razor typed, OMG, you got 3.
Kazi then did thank him for that,
Yeah,
so it's very kind of
nicely done. Very, very nice. Blind threat with the Fury a little bit stronger, so you have this Leona, Renekton, and the Fury kind of dive, looking to try and threaten the backline. The problem is, I think Poppy gets a lot of value in this draft.
Humanoid gets push in mid, which means he can move towards the grubs first. First one secured by Fnatic. It's Upset who takes it. Razzle doesn't have smite, and Linces does. Mickey trying to get onto Linces, but Linces jumps up into the air and dodges away. Shayak now looking for that flank position. The Humanoid's much more healthy than he is. Linces goes in, gets the smite, a grub apiece so far between these two mighty foes. Razzle flashes, catches Linces. Steadfast presence will stop the Zenith blade forward from Niski, and he's in the middle of Fnatic. Linces dives in onto Razzle, but he can't get it. Shayak will flash forward. Upset's going to chase him away. Meanwhile, Kazi's stuck between a Humanoid and a Mickey, and he will go down. Upset. I don't think he gets in range of Shayak here. Gatling gun, autos, cleanses away and dies to the tower! That's greed manifest from the Fnatic bot laner.
I'm so happy, Minik.
Why are you happy?
Shayak is building Malignance.
Yeah.
He's not building
Rod of Ages.
Point is that it doesn't matter what he should care. I think Kazi is now overstaying if Vitality want to try and respond to the grubs.
Humanoid running forward has unbound his soul. Kazi trying to put the damage back into him, but loses out on that trade. Mickey on the flank now. Niski hasn't been spotted. Humanoid goes forward with the Q3. Zenith blade misses. Hound's pursuit. Humanoid will find 2. Kazi cleanses away from Mickey. Humanoid stunned up with the solar player. There's the shutdown for Linces. And now Mickey's in for a world of hurt. Charmed up, taken out. It's Kazi who secures the kill in the end. Fnatic did want to fight over the grubs, but Vitality had other plans.
I mean, Kazi just acting as bait there. Fnatic with these pushing waves makes it much harder for Vitality to enter these objectives.
Definitely does. It feels like Vitality have been a little bit more willing just to step back as well.
After advantage. I feel like Vitality need to force something soon.
I agree. I just think it's hard. Because, like, the only CC you have... Fnatic disengage.
So no angles found. TP was committed from Oscar, though, so small advantage gained at the very least from Vitality. Hang on.
Mickey goes in with the Magnet Storm, stuns up Niski. Humanoid coming in from the side as well. Kazi's killed off Mickey, but Niski's so low. Now Nako on the backline. Linces diving in with a Hound's Pursuit. Razork now in the middle of them as Shayak and Niski begin to collapse. Razork locked up with the Zenith blade, but he's found 2 somehow. In the middle of them all, Razork surviving with a Sundered Sky. You found the angle, but that's a cute puppy. Razork just absolutely outplays.
An ace for Fnatic as Razork is able to dance his way around. Razork's Poppy. It's an old school one, but it's a good one.
Yeah, it is. It is now false life on the shoulders of Fnatic. Mickey missing the Shattering Strike, but jumping across the wall is Razork again. Keeper's Verdict does go wide. Linces is trying to open up onto Oscar, but Niski doesn't really have a hope of getting out of here. Slowed up, stunned up with a red buff, and now Nako has to pop the Dominus to try and survive, but the chase continues. Slow after slow with the barrels. Nako falls second. Fnatic find 2 more in rapid succession.
In the top lane, meanwhile, you'll notice that Humanoid is forcing the ultimate out from Shayak as well, as he finds another fantastic trade.
Oh, Linces. Greedy going back in with the Hound's Pursuit, but Upset had friends around the corner. 2 more to Fnatic. That's 5 for none on the bot side of the map. 4 for none, in fact. That's Matt's medic. Good job.
He does get away with his life, even though Humanoid tried to make the play happen, but a tower's going to fall in the top lane, a tower's going to fall in the bot lane, and I mean, this is Fnatic's game to lose. A single fight was all they needed to blow the game wide open, and Humanoid on this Yone, level 16 once again in the driver's seat.
8,000 gold ahead, Betty. Vitality aren't even allowed in the passenger seat. They're like in the boot or something right now.
Linces is going in.
And he's looking for it. The charm's going to go down onto Oscarinin, who has a stopwatch to see if he can buy a little bit of time. The solar flare not quite timed well enough. Gets the knockback onto Linces as well. Oscarinin there onto the blast cone. Only Nagnako following him now. Razzo is going to get the CC against the wall and flash away to survive. While all of this was happening, Humanoids pushing through bot. Upset has the push in mid, and Fnatic can just heal up, and then unless Vitality go for the Baron, someone's going to have to reset to deal with Humanoid. Fnatic might just start up the Baron themselves. Who's going to go and deal with the Yone? TP in, stop the ports,
and then when someone goes to
close the gates.
He could just TP into the fight.
Yeah, well, Nako's locked up against the wall. Red buff helping Fnatic as Nako falls. Chayak fell as he tried to defend the inhibitor tower. The inhibitor itself, Kazi stunned up, dashes forward, but nowhere for that dashing man to go. Niski the next up for Fnatic. They'll take him down. Only Linces survives now. And within 28 minutes, Fnatic have somehow materialized a 12,000 gold lead. The Nexus Towers are their target. It's 2-0 for Fnatic, and game 2 was an absolute stop.
I mean, what else is there to say? We were skeptical about the composition from Vitality. They failed to find an angle, and every single time they tried to make a play, Fnatic simply shut them down. Strong performance from Humanoid today, and overall a great series from Fnatic.
Yeah, good job all round from them as well. Oscarinin, after struggling in game 1, came back with a 4-0-6 Gragas performance.
I love how you brought it out, like it was this strange top build on the Varus. I remember the Locket build for Varus as well, where I can't remember the one night I hope my wife is not watching is 113 bot side. There's not much
phone just vibrates.
Flash in, pulverize from Alvaro. It's a good engage actually, and matched by Super running in front. First blood is easily done, and a really good start for the 2v2.
Great start in the 2v2 on bottom side. Ayoya kind of already having his impact. Oh, as Jojo has to go forward, wants to make sure he can get the shield. The forefront when it comes to the Dragons, but this is definitely a shift, and I think it makes a lot of sense for them given the composition that we have here. They've been much more focused on playing around, you know, these beats.
Turret, quite safe indeed. He's got experimental hex plate, so he's an ulti bot. Like we said, we're going to expect interesting builds from this top laner as BDS definitely control the river, but Jojo controls the lane. Ulti out into Nuke. A shut back is really nice too, but Jojo doesn't continue any far forward. He's low on mana, and Nuke with a full bar looking to poke him out to make it an even health trade.
Yeah, Jojo wanted to try and trade his health bar for Nuke, so if Nuke TP's in, he's just not a factor. But now Super going on towards Ice in the mid lane. Good trading from Ice, but Alvaro and Elioy aren't there to follow up in Ice.
Jojo Barrage tags him, almost dies. There's a fight brewing in River as well, and with the root call, Paris goes nowhere. Alvaro unfortunately picks up the kill, but for Koi, it's one at the cost of Dragon.
Yeah, BDS just didn't need to take the fight. They could have just backed off there. They'd gotten the Dragon. Maybe a little unsure if they were able to leave Ice alone.
While the pressure continues in top, I mean, those mid laners are still fighting it out. And Jojo's TP, but with low health bar, low mana bar, he's just defending passively. While Nuke, also known as Unk, continues pushing in this wave. Arrow, good little dodge from Jojo, but it's into the seismic shove. He is your Unk! Solo kill for Nuke.
So hard for Jojo to be able to play to get the push, but I actually thought the Movistar Koi were going to just trade for bot lane tower, but they're moving everyone up here to try and contest.
They haven't really willingly given up anything so far in this game, and again, they want to fight. That's what we know about the Fishes. All in, Super just arcane shift in front of Ice. He gets auto down, flushes away, but there's no ulti for Alvaro. They're engaging with a cow without the horns. And again, that Pioneer is going to be taken down. BDS with the Herald and a good stake.
Yeah, Berlin and Melbourne, very close.
They sound so limited. They both do copy. One just slightly better than the other. I'll leave that up to interpretation as Dredgeline starts off the fight. Alvaro, great engage, though. Pulverize back as Ice is deflect, but he can't get through. There's a solid wall in the way, and Super is firing away. Mean with the same as his 80 carry comp at a great spot, and flies in as Jojo. 113 gets his ulti off, but Jojo's already done the damage. And yes, he'll burn down the Ember Koi with 4 strong members and a root caller. You disrespected the tree, and the tree disrespects him.
The bird may have gone down, but he serves up the roast dinner for Movistar Koi there. Perfectly set up for BDS to be taken down, and that was it. exactly what Movistar Koi needed. Rinse and repeat? Question mark. Is Ripchild going to be put down?
At least it narrows the gold gap, but also look what that fight did. 1k gold lead in top, 1k gold lead 80 carry. Strong members of Koi here, and 2.5k gold lead as the Herald tries to regain some of that, but Chains of Corruption just out of range. Alvaro again with a good engage. Root Caller down as well as Irrelevant is now overheating, but the Cal happy to absorb with the Redemption, healing him up. The auto attacks are weaving and flying, and the teleport is going to be dying as 113 is free target. Paris re-engages, but BDS are all over the place, and JoJo loves those odds. Nuke falling back, Super falling in, Seismic shove out, the turret helping out, Super not dead,
so
but
low.
meanwhile Irrelevant is just trying to claw back, while Mirwin is sitting autoing here like he has all fight. Irrelevant if he runs in, I don't know about those odds. Well, I mean, he's having big fights. Look, 4k damage, and, you know, we talked a lot about this as Nuke might be caught out yet again here. Mirwin on top of him. The damage is going to be immense. He's dead. Mirwin's got a Quintus now, and he gets the base AD from Experimental Hexplate. He's dealing.
Moving to a completely different continent, trying to find your rhythm with the rest of the team, but definitely started to step up, and I think, okay.
Arrow, hit Super instant cleanse. Here comes the Weaver's Wall as well, while under turret 113 is getting chunked out again. These 80 carries will not stop. Alvaro flashes away from the depth charge, but even with the dredge line in, this is an Ivan. He's got shielding, he's got time, but he doesn't have a health bar. Irrelevant made short work of that as Nuke again. Seismic shove, Joda gets over the wall. We're complimenting them, but BDS still have the will to live.
But Movistar Koi will continue to push. It's only Mirwin who's shown up now after getting that top lane turret. So mid lane, despite heroic efforts from Melvin as well.
Not now, but there will be a way. Ed Sheeran copyright incoming.
Wait a sec.
They're going to do Atacon. They're going to chain this, and look at where BDS are on the map.
Yeah, Nuke does have the teleport, but they've had zero idea of what's been happening in this river this entire time. They try to push mid for the tower, but super covered, and now can they get in for the 50-50?
But Alvaro, he's free range right now, so he doesn't care. He'll walk into any bush, anytime, anywhere. True Shot Barrage, equalizer down, but it's still not imminent because the Weaver's Wall over the wall makes it so in case there is not. A shove back, ascend in. JoJo ran into melee range. The arrow gets him, but again, he can just withdraw. Irrelevant will go golden. He's candy in front of the baby, and baby will take it. Alvaro doesn't even burn over the edge in the end as Mirwin becomes godlike, but level 10 Nautilus sees everyone moving out. The poke from 113 is trying to do the same thing as well. I'm not even sure this guy can survive, but Alvaro knows that. Root Caller down, the Skarner hit hard, and look at this. Super gets the kill, but you see it's not over yet. The arrow to fly up, the BDSM members down. Equalize not bad, but Super is ripping through. Nuke's the next target, easy as that. He's going to take the triple, but Mirwin will not extend that any further. This is Mirwin's kill now. He sets up for the auto. JoJo to take. And these 3 on-hit carries are living life to the fullest.
And immediately JoJo TPs the bot lane. You've got these massive waves that you can look to play through. We'll just rejoin on mid. And MKoi looking to end this game right here.
And in fashion as well, you have to say this game won. BDS's early game, there were some real brilliant moments, but once Koi snagged it, they held on to it, and now match of the week. The fish is still swimming, and they're still swimming real good to open up the series.
JoJo having a little bit of fun at the end of this one. The tower will fall. And save Mirwin! Save the KDA!
Deathless on the Varus top. He is now 6-1 on the champ in his career. That is a good win rate.
8-0 and 7 as well. Not exactly the worst.
Well, if you want to get the feel of Mirwin and other players, remember, you can watch LEC live in the right games arena. You just got to make sure to grab your tickets. The sales will start on the following day when you get into playoffs, 15th of April. Further into playoffs, the 22nd of April. The hammer call. The only thing we need is Jace just for the dance, you know? That's crazy. I always talk about this. Our audience probably don't know what that song is. Nightmare right now is minion waves stacking up. Okay, Ice on his 4th shot. They're looking for Alvaro here, and Paris is going to Winter's Bite, flash away immediately, and Alvaro is okay. Survives the concussive blows, and Paris is out of there with the heal, while meanwhile, Mirwin took a bit of damage. Looks like a turret shot as well, but it's an easy kill. Dives it so nicely. Doesn't take that final killing blow.
Cross as well, going to help out massively from Movistar Koi, but Paris still wants to try and get active, same with 113, but Alvaro here to cover.
X-Flash in, JoJo is low, but the setup is good. Nuke gets executed, flash away, JoJo almost dying. Nuke is closer, the Winter's Bite slows him down, and Alvaro will be stunned on the double as flash forward from El Yoya. That was smooth criminal behavior.
Contest this.
BDS going to try anyway, isn't he? 1-1-3 wants to set up that wild growth setup and at least strangle those thorns as the flash Alvaro matches, but concussive blow sets up. One-man ulti only onto Alvaro. Dragon's just been done though. Alvaro probably happy to sacrifice his life as Jojo hops away. It's one kill. He's still maintaining pressure.
I like how engrossed you are in this top lane when nothing's happening.
Dude, top, as long as it's not tanked, it's a great meta as Ice. You might be finding the opposite. Bullet time out. Good kite down. Ice gets away, sets up with his curtain call, and Alvaro with a sidestep up. It was clean, but will he survive the final shot? That's a no. Second death here, second kill for BDS.
1-1-3 showing up at the park. Ice's value might be a little hindered unless BDS are able to set up properly at these objectives, but if Mirren's popping off like this, it's hard to get there.
Hallowed missed us down though, so if Irrelevant ulti's in 1-1-3, this should be easy. Tries to skip away, ulti back in 1-1-3, sets it out, strangle those thorns. Mirren about to die and he won't get a chance to get the needles out, so Irrelevant, that patience.
Sounds, he's like, right, well, I just won top lane, so let me cover bot side. And he's read it as Oyoy is here, but can he do enough?
Best Uber Eats driver I've ever seen is 1-1-3, hovers on the side. He makes sure your food doesn't get hot, and Paris sends him upwards, and he's absorbing damage for now, but Alvaro ticks over. Both supports dead in the wind as Ice is chunked down, and Elyoya is looking a little bit deeper. He'll find the kill, and that means Ice is down for the count with his shutdown over to the Xin Zhao. When Koi starts... Elyoya here first, and he's got a lot of damage, Dagda. This is just dropping like flies. Same position as the last Dragon.
Yeah, this is kind of what we were talking about, right? If BDS have control, they can set up...
1-1-3, not going to connect to anything. Koi got some good wards of their own and control set up as Elyoya is just looking to start this off, at least get 4. Sneaking away in front of 1-1-3, though, not possible. It's Irrelevant's about to go Mega Gnar, but Jojo pops in the between worlds, and Irrelevant doesn't even have a chance to get his health back. He ulties, flashes, and Jojo looks for another angle, finds it! An enhanced solo kill with Elyoya in the mix, and now no Mega Gnar for the equation. Stranglethorns are out again, but Alvaro is just attached to the roots this game. BDS are running because with the TP on top, Mirren in a great position, went immune as per usual. 1-1-3 separated from the team, and an easy target. He flushes away, but the needles are once again flying. Paris puts up the wall, but tell what? It's free Raptors, it's free grubs.
This was what we want to see from them, but we're not really getting it here. They're trying to force plays, they're desperate to make things happen, but obviously our Koi are just playing out of hand's reach, and now they're grouping on mid.
I feel like they're being more patient than BDS, not known for that with the Magnustorm down on the turret, dead Ice. There's no patience needed because it's a free kill. Set up by Jojo as well from the angle. Koi are working well together as Nuke drops the Chaos Storm, but Super too healthy to care as well. He teleported in, he's going to open up bot. He's going to get chased a bit, and Irrelevant as he's in Mega Gnar. Can Super actually do enough to hold him? Good spacing.
Nice sidestep. Alvaro now coming through, especially with Oyoy on the way as well. If Irrelevant goes down, it might be the Atakan coming soon after. Terra is not healthy enough to keep him alive. He's got the TP.
The wave's going to be there, as you said. Teleports out. Flash ulti! Clean as anything from Elyoya. He'll take it up for a bit, and Alvaro will seal the deal with the tip of the spear. Meanwhile, Koi. I think flowers for Elyoya. Dagda, I was going to bring up that I know, are passionate about Elyoya. You think this split, and dare I say this year, he's been underrated a bit with, you know, Yike going to KC. It's only been 1-1-3 who's actually pulled it out the most. Everyone else, it's a game or middling too, like Malrang. Has set up there, Alvaro going to flash away. He's crashed down, gets him out. Good sidestep from the Deadly Flourish. Magnustorm in response, so it's Irrelevant. Has to burn his own flashes. The Stranglethorns out. Elyoya has got his ulti out, but a Winter's Bite concussive blows slows him down. But here's Jojo to separate the circle of death. Again, you need to take it to Mount Doom, but BDS haven't even got out of the Shire. Super flashing away. Nuke's laser ain't there, but Ankh is in the middle of it all. His Chaos Storm looks great, but too much in the way. Again, Koi are just so much better. Game 1, Game 2, in BDS's face. Ice has to deal with it. He flashes away. That's Jojo getting out, but there's more where that came from. Elyoya once again showing his superiority. Koi are just better. A top 4 team shown here.
BDS went for the Hail Mary play, hoping to find a pick, but it's intercepted and ran the entire way down the field. Movistar Koi looking at the end zone and looking to end it right here.
Well, how can they? I mean, the only question is, what have they got left? It's 10 seconds for Nuke, so it doesn't stop here, but...
The Avengers pulling out from every which way. The ult from Supa finishes off members, and now it's Paris that's going to fall as well. One more notch on the belt of Movistar Koi. And now, like, Dragons in a minute's time, and they're going to lose more.
And 113 came in thinking he could do it, but again, Dagda, we better call MC Hammer because Elyoya pulling the copyright. Another kill and another notch, as you said, to add onto the belt. Irrelevant running for his life, but Jojo is about to find him in range. Slow is good, but Irrelevant staying away from the base is also a good thing for Koi.
I mean, he has his TP up shortly, but I don't really know if he's going to get enough time to get away. This is still just such an awkward position because Alvaro just controls this space and you get to do nothing. Like, he is a one-man army at this stage. BDS slowly starting to retake those. Irrelevant was able to move around, but Miran sending them packing here.
He's letting them retake. As you said, Dagda, call it again. You can't touch this. Yuke runs away. He's got good zone control, and the Stranglethorns would be great, but Jojo has come in with a monster flank. I would do the monster match because you can only dance as BDS to shed away the tears. Ice is in trouble as well. Jojo looking for the final nail, the final piece, and this Jin running for his life is slowed down, but Koi have killed all but Ice in their way.
But they've killed the hopes of BDS. The minion wave is here. They're running past the tower, the Nexus in their sights.
There should be no doubt Koi have shown up against Team Heretics, now against BDS 2-0 faction. If you're looking for a team to root for outside the big two of KC and G2 right now, Koi is where you find the faithful. Looking damn clean here in week 3.
It was a 0-2 start from Movistar Koi that's now gone to 1-2, that's gone 2-2, and it feels inevitable that that winning column is going to continue to rise for Movistar Koi. Another statement series against BDS.
And it is so nice to see Jojo firing off as well, what I thought was the weak element for Winter. Like, Milan's champion pool is so much fun. Give him the Gwen, he'll carry. And put him on Varus top, he'll carry.